So I'm here with my dear friend Richie from Holland Forge and Treegers most importantly. We love it! We love Tassie! As you can see, our beautiful light. Now, I stock these at my store and this is what I religiously sell.
How much are they?
$1,300 with the cords included. That's my special deal to anyone watching. Oh, well, we've got a nice little manual dimmer. Absolutely beautiful. Now, we can upgrade these to the Growcast where it's on control, on your phone, on your app. Sensational, right? Richie, what is the highlight of your product that you think is the staple point in the industry at this time with the price points?
Jack, thanks for asking, mate. Look, it costs a lot of money to make a really good LED with a good driver, good diodes, so we put a lot of love into them. The most unique thing, which you don't see often, but it's the modularity. So removable bars, removable driver. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, and look, having an IP66 is hard to achieve legitimately, so we're pretty proud of that. All of these connectors have all got washers and fully waterproof. The other thing is compliance. It's been fairly hard to achieve all the compliance of all the different countries. You've got CE in Europe, UK CA in America, in the UK, and in Australia it's RCM, which is the regulatory compliance mark. Without that, you're pretty well not insured. So it's really important.
Problem for commercial, right?
It is definitely. So your SOPs should certainly make sure that your products are certified to Australian standards. So when you see that regulatory compliance mark, it's a circle with the triangle and the tick in it. That means that it's compliant with Australian safety standards for both electrical safety and magnetic interference.
Richie, you mentioned about the cost in building a really good quality LED.
Correct.
Now, what interests me is I see a lot of red diodes on here, and from my understanding, they cost the most.
They do.
We're also seeing a bit of a transition out with our Samsung diodes, how they're no longer going to make them.
Correct.
Do you think that's a bad thing, or do you think it's a good thing now that we're starting to open up and envision that we are now capable of creating as good, if not better, diodes over a long term?
Yeah, look, there are certainly a lot of good diode manufacturers. We partner with LEDstar. They're a boutique horticultural specialist manufacturer. Some of the benchmarks they achieve in their diodes specifications and output and efficiency exceeds what some of the bigger companies were able to. The cost of the red diodes, what we're seeing is a reduction in cost of the high efficient diodes, which were around a couple of years ago. And so now they're achieving higher benchmarks for similar pricing. So it's great to see. It means that our fixtures can get either more efficient or more cost effective.
Now, I also notice here we've got some reflectors on the outside. So for the people that aren't aware of what these are detachable and they are pushing the light directly down, so we're no longer wasting energy of light out to the outside. But if we're joining two lights together, we would just remove these, correct? Yep. And then that way we're getting our nice spread from the LED that we're trying to achieve. And how do you think you've come into this market with your price point? Do you think you've found a really happy middle where it works quite well, where, let's say, example, where we're nearly paying $1,800 to $2,000 a light? Do you think you've come in to be really competitive within that range, with holding that same quality, but not with doing a cheaper light? I think your lights are over 3 years an 8% reduction, whereas some competitors might be a 30% reduction in output in 1 year.
Yeah, look, we guarantee no more than an 8% reduction in output over 5 years. And that comes from our team and our factory and our experience and the engineering behind the product. I think there's probably some fixtures that won't guarantee that because they're either overpowering their diodes or haven't had the engineering put into the fixture. You do get what you pay for in the lighting market. it costs a lot of money to put a lot of diodes and not run them at their maximum capacity, which of course affects lifespan, degradation. It's a tough one. I think we've achieved a really good balance. We came at a really good time where the market was fairly competitive as far as diode manufacturers and drivers. So I think we were able to put something together with high-end componentry at a lower cost than some of the other high-end fixtures you see out there in the world.
One tiny secret for the people coming up. What's Treegers working on in for the future that you can give us a little taste of?
Yeah, look, we're always looking to produce something unique, something new. Look, I can't really give too much away, but we really like the name Tactical Grow Gear. So if we could introduce something along the lines of tactical grow wear, like our glasses, and carry on to that theme. Definitely underlining as well. We've got that in the pipeline. We've had a few prototypes, and we just need to keep tweaking it so that what we bring to the market offers good value for money and exceptional performance.
It's refreshing to hear from someone like yourself that you have a passion to not release something until you're truly happy. And I don't think it's the big changes that matter, it's the 1%ers. And when you continue to look at the 1%ers to make something better for the end consumer, which is what we're about, it's amazing that your focus is completely directed to that. I thank you for your time, Richie, and for helping sponsor our Cultivation Chronicles. And this is the Block Party, and we're signing out. Thanks for coming.